Boys Club.
And we are kind of live, episode 18. Staying positive, testing negative. We are glad to be back. We cherish this time with you guys every week. We really look forward to it.
We love it.
As always, we are presented by This Is College, America's fastest growing media and event company. Also, we are sponsored by the one and only Shop Wavy, freshest shades in SoCal. If you need to add a little drip to your outfit, you know, you want to radiate some style, you want to look good, you want to step out at the party, you want to get laid. Wavy is the move. Shopwavy.com, SHOPWAVEY. Use the code SPTN for 10% off. And helps you, helps us. You look cool. We look cool. We keep getting sponsors.
Hell yeah. Put a little drip in your clip, boy.
Woohoo! It's good to be here. I need to make a clarification right before we start, all right? So the last episode was recorded on the previous Saturday, right? And I made a joke. That the joke was.
Yeah, you gotta tell the joke.
Did you hear about the 3-car pileup in Mexico? 300 people were injured, right? So I make this joke on Saturday. 2 days later, there is an accident in California between a semi-trailer and a Ford Excursion. There were 27 people in the Ford Excursion, and rest in peace, you know, whatever religion, you know, RIP, God bless. 15 people died. Fucked up. I think it was some kind of trafficking thing, and obviously, and everyone was Mexican in the car. So I make this joke about, you know, because like I'm dramming like 5,500 Mexicans in the cars, and then 2 days later there's this accident, and then the podcast comes out Wednesday. We didn't get any backlash for it, but like it didn't really look that great. But also like I kind of predicted the future, just saying.
There's a reason that there's certain, you know, racial jokes. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
stereotypes are based on truths.
Exactly. So I don't think you made any like, you know. That's what happens down there. We've been to Mexico. We live in SoCal. We see it all the time. It happens, and it just happened to happen 2 days after you made a joke about it, which is unbelievable.
Yeah, no.
But I just can't even fathom putting 27
I'm gonna start making
people.
jokes about like white guys' penises growing. You know, maybe that will come true too.
Put it under my pillow and like pray like the Tooth Fairy or something. But no, I don't understand how they physically put 27 people
Tooth Fairy
in a fucking
how do you fit
in a car, in any size car.
Expedition's like the biggest recreational vehicle, I think, like one of them. But how the fuck do you get 27 people in there? You got to take the seats out and lay down. Yeah. Anyway,
we're hammered and we're trying to squeeze like some extra homies into the Uber XL, you know, late night, and like we're struggling to fit like 9 in a 7-seater. Like
yeah, but I would say the average
a little smaller.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're all 6 feet and above.
Yeah,
other than young Josh, but he is taller than Zac Efron. Shout out Josh Gates every week. Yeah,
most famous one on the podcast.
Who would have thought? It's so crazy. But so yeah, you know, R.I.P. But nailed it. Weekend recap, Eddie. It was a good weekend, I would say.
Chill, casual.
I hope everyone else's weekend was good. You know, we had a chill one. I think the distinction should be made as and if you have been listening for a while, thank you. But also you've kind of understood that like we can go pretty hard when we want to. You know, not scared to tell the tale afterwards. But part of being an adult is there's no need to drink, you know, or go super hard every night. You know, at some point in your life. We've done it. We've been in all in those stretches, you know, 4 years of college usually, and then post, you know, summers and whatnot. But if you want to have a chill night, you have to just embrace it and, like, feel good on a Saturday morning sometimes, you know?
I think that we talked about this. Like, San Diego, we have our winners, but they're not really winners, especially if you've been in Boston or, you know, anywhere other than California, basically. But we do like that little break, you know, a little cold at night, just so we're not, you know, having our 7-day benders like every week like it is when it's going to happen in the summertime. Like,
and I think a lot of people listening probably feel the same way. I am very weak when it comes to like peer pressure for doing fun stuff. Like, there's no way if it's like a beautiful summer day, unless I'm goddamn like dead tired, done. Like, if someone texts me and there's something going on, it's 80 degrees outside, like I'm gonna go do it. You know, I'm not gonna like sit inside.
The FOMO is real, boy.
So real. So it is good to when you have the odd nights to just take advantage of it. And mentally, don't have any FOMO. If you decide you're gonna, you know, stay in, stick to your guns. Tell people like that are texting you, like it's probably not that great. It's probably just a bunch of dudes doing coke in a you know small house party. You're not missing too much.
if you got the FOMO, you got to just turn your phone off.
Yeah.
You can't look at the text. You can't see the Snapchats. You can't see the Instagram videos. But
No, just enjoy it and wake up together the next day and then take advantage of it. But that was the weekend, Saturday. You got pretty rowdy, but I just kept it casual, happy hour, got some tequila drinks, crushed it, winning on the fight. All our sports bettors out there, you need UFC. I am not a good football bettor, but UFC, I am pretty good. Like, I would say up maybe like 12 units over the last couple months. So if you need some, I'll put my UFC picks next fight.
I don't know shit about that. But yeah, Saturday it got pretty rowdy. A little 5 a.m. come home late night, eating a sub in bed with you. Like, it wasn't a great night. But I do have a funny story about our homie Dana. So we were doing those little bird scooter things down in PB, and JD.
Is there anything more demoralizing than being two dudes on one bird? Like, you're down to get called the fag like 85 times.
You just got to embrace it at that point, man.
Yeah. Just like to grab the hips, fly like an eagle.
If you don't have the app, it's just easy. Just get on. Get on. But we were trying to go up a hill. We were trying to go up Garnett, east, actually. So, it was like a little hill, and it wasn't going more than 4 miles an hour. So, Daniel was just like, all right, I'll go get the car. Because the car was in PB Cantina, which is like a few blocks over, and we were going 4 miles an hour. We're like, we're not fucking doing this. For some reason, we're letting Dana go do this. It's like 4:30 in the morning. We're all fucked up on these bird scooters. Dana's got the keys to JD's car. And he's calling me. He's like, oh, I'm at Cantina. I can't see it. I'm like, it's a white Camry with mass plates. And he's like, oh, I see it. So I'm still on the phone with him, right? He goes over to the car, puts the keys in to unlock it because it's an old car. It doesn't have the automatic fucking thing on it.
Shout out JD rocking a 2000 Camry.
Yeah. Opens the door to 2 passengers inside of it. I'm on the phone hearing this whole fucking thing. And then he's just like, oh, shit, my bad, wrong car. And they're just like, yo, what are you doing? Wait a minute, Dana? And these 2 people at 4:30 in the morning happen to know Dana, which is probably the best scenario possible in this situation.
Yeah, if you're in a car at 4:30 in the morning just sitting there, the sketch factor is pretty high. You know what I mean?
Who's sketchier, the guy going into the car or the people who are already in the car?
Both.
Yeah.
And also,
equally as sketchy.
No offense, it's not surprising that Dana would know people sitting in a car at 4:30 a.m. in PB. If anyone's going to know those people, it's probably our boy Dana.
It's probably Dana.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's a little famous in the PB scene.
Yeah, he's an animal.
But I just think it was friggin' hilarious that he did that. But he ended up finding the right car. But I had a very similar story, actually, one time. I was going to get picked up by my friend. I was at the skate park. And I went to go run across the street, and there was a bunch of traffic coming towards me. And I thought it was this girl that was picking me up. So I opened the door of her car because I run in front of the car. So it stops. Run inside of it, open the front passenger seat, and get inside of it. And I'm like, go, 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 go. Because there's cars coming. And I was just like, it wasn't the person that was picking me up. So I can just imagine the thought.
She thought she was getting carjacked.
Dude, 100%. Because I'm telling her to go, 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 go. Meanwhile, I'm just saying that because there's traffic coming. But I'm a kind of an innocent little punk skater at this point. And she's just like, get the fuck out of my car. And I was like, oh my God. God bless you for not stabbing me, lady.
Yeah, dude.
Jesus Christ. Getting into strangers' cars, I don't know. Happens sometimes, man. You got to embrace it.
Yeah, the only thing that could rival the embarrassment of that, I have literally a flashback to this because it haunts me. The embarrassment when I was 5, I think I was at a grocery store and I ran up to somebody, a lady's leg, thinking it was my mom. I was
Did you hump it?
I hugged it and it was Mom, and I looked up and it was a random lady. And one of my memories as a child just being an absolute I think I understood what crippling social anxiety was when I was 5 because that happened, and I remember scurrying away, probably ran into a cereal box.
5's not that bad. If you did it at 10,
yeah,
would be
that happened to me 2 weeks
you
ago.
Got problems. Exactly, yeah.
Mom, we're gonna just start freaking out in Trader Joe's asking for a mom
or mommies, sugar mamas.
Dude, Trader Joe's,
Trader Hoes, boy.
Yeah.
I need to just go into Trader Joe's.
The melons aren't the only thing looking voluptuous in Trader Joe's.
Yeah, I want to just go in there. I think we should have I don't know. We should just start fucking with people in Trader Joe's, man.
It's so nice though.
It is nice, but imagine if we just did some some public pranks in Trader Joe's or just fucking with chicks.
Look, man, I got a lot to live for. I'm not trying to get banned from Trader Joe's and PB. Life would be a lot more difficult if that happens. We fuck around, lose that privilege. I'm just kidding, but yeah, TJ's is definitely a good.
It would be a good one because there's a lot of hot girls that go there.
For sure.
I feel even if you're not that hot, if you're just in a Trader Joe's and you're in your your yoga pants, you're probably gonna be a little hotter.
Get that cheese curl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you're shopping at like Price Right or like what was that other ghetto supermarket? Aldi's in Providence. Even though Aldi's is good, Aldi's is like an international supermarket and it's actually like really good everywhere but Providence, Rhode Island.
Yeah, it's a Swedish company and they're very smart how they run the business. But
that Providence one was so sketchy.
You just don't buy the meat there, you know. But it's good. You could save money.
Yeah, meat and produce or any like vegetables and fruit. Do not get it from Aldi's in Providence on Smith Street.
Yeah, fucked up place. Yeah, so
Speaking of Aldi's in Providence, we should dive into some serial killer moves because JD's also back into the store. This is part of our weekend recap.
JD's Toyota Camry looks like he bought it at Aldi's.
Oh my God, the one in fucking Providence too. Our home. So JD was with us in the adventure on Saturday, getting home at 5:30 in the morning, and we call it our Heroine Sundays, which I think we've discussed in the podcast, where we just try to kill ourselves with greasy fast food.
PSA: no heroin was consumed in the making of this Sunday.
Yeah, no actual heroin, maybe a little bit of fentanyl, but mostly just like greasy fast food that we're just like we hate ourselves, we hate our lives, like we're just gonna just like destroy our bodies even more than they already are. So JD is
not every Sunday, but sometimes if you're crippling hungover, you got to embrace the garbage time. And
yeah,
just, you know.
And JD is probably like the guru of these Heroine Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
And he had probably the most ridiculous fast food order that I've ever seen in my entire life.
Elaborate.
He FaceTimed me for this, and I screen recorded it, but unfortunately it didn't capture the sound.
Okay.
But I do have a screenshot of JD looking exactly like the Big Lebowski, which is a hilarious pic, and I'll have to post it for this episode.
This is what he looks like ordering all this food?
Yes. In his 2000 Camry that he bought at Aldi's in Providence. So it's a Taco Bell and a KFC combined. So you can order from both places in that one window. I got to pull up this order. This is a fucking long order. This is longer than any one person should order any amount of fast food ever in their entire life. So he starts with the KFC side. Gets a spicy chicken sandwich, which I got to say is bomb, but competitive to Popeyes and Chick-fil-A. It's probably tier 3. It's probably at the bottom.
Let the good people know.
Yeah. So he starts at the spicy chicken sandwich at the KFC side. Then he goes to the Taco Bell side. He gets a Crunchwrap Supreme number 4 with a soft taco and a large Baja Blast Mountain Dew, which if you go to Taco Bell, you have to get a Baja Blast.
Serial Killer Movie is not going to get a Baja Blast at Taco Bell.
If you go in there and you get like a sweet tea or like a raspberry brisk, we're fighting.
Fair.
And then he gets 2 Chipotle chicken melts, a steak quesadilla, and a cheesy gordita crunch. Okay? That total is $23 for just himself. Then he drives to McDonald's.
Same trip.
Right after this, straight to McDonald's, gets a Big Mac, just a sandwich, and then he gets a spicy chicken sandwich from McDonald's, which I heard is pretty good. It's tier 4 compared to those other ones. We're on like a fried chicken like bender right now, where we're trying to get like all the dope ass fried chicken in San Diego. So so we tried it from there. But
we should start doing reviews.
That'd be a good one. People are doing like burritos and shit. We should do fried chicken sandwiches. Yeah. That's good. So that was his order.
Hashtag buy black.
Yeah, this is like buy fried chicken. That was $30 worth of fast food that I don't think he consumed in one sitting. I really hope he didn't. I don't know if I don't think he'd be here with us right now if he consumed that all in one sitting, but
yeah,
that was his meal for that thing. So if any of you guys heard this and don't think that is utterly ridiculous, maybe there's something's wrong with you.
Yeah,
maybe you're the problem.
Or if you have a more ridiculous fast food order, we'd love to hear it.
Oh, please send it to us, please.
Even if it's a verbal recollection. Yeah, serial killer move for sure.
Still love you, JD. Crazy W. And his thing was, he just kept saying, "It's the day of the Lord. It's the day of the Lord. I can do it. It's the day of the Lord." I'm like, I don't think that has anything to do with the diabetes that you now have.
Yeah. Whatever God you believe in is looking down in spite with this order.
Yeah, you are definitely not going to heaven with that order.
It's like God up there. And then he went to McDonald's, excommunicated. Get him out. He's done. He's done.
Purgatory.
Yeah, no virgins for you.
Send him to the evil doers. All right. What else we want to talk about?
Airline food.
Yeah.
No.
What about some worst people in the world?
Yeah, I could think of it.
What's some tips for those people out there, especially in the service industry?
Yeah, so I just got a bartending gig at a busy place in San Diego. You know, pay the
Frying
bills.
Nemo.
Yeah. Yeah. We're opening a fish and chip stop called Frying Nemo.
We just posted a TikTok.
Yeah.
You guys go check it out.
It's just like the movie, except We eat the kid.
Yeah. The end.
No, so there's a special place in hell for people that go into restaurants like as they're closing. And look, we've all been and order like an extensive deal and like don't rush out of there, like order shit that takes a long time to cook. Like a restaurant, first of all, if a restaurant says they close at 10, like realistically they're trying to close at 9:30. That's like, you know, they'll serve you till 10, but it's like they're trying to be like the dining room shut down at 10 o'clock, you know?
It's not McDonald's where like they'll take the last order at 10. It's
I mean,
like the
they'll
kitchen's
do
trying to
it,
get the
but
fuck
like,
out of there.
you know, and there's also subtle hints that you'll probably receive if you're one of these people. And if you haven't worked in a service industry before, maybe the first time hearing this, that's fine. Now you know.
But you're not going to get the best quality either. Like they're not going to. Their
No.
kitchen's already cleaned up. They're nuking everything as much as possible. They're trying to make the least amount of mess. Like they're not putting love into that sandwich.
No,
they're putting hate into it. Actually,
There is a mixture of Latinos working like 16-hour days, like 2 jobs, and white guys
Fighting.
with cocaine problems, like cursing your head off when that order comes in at like 9:59 when they close at 10. You know what I mean? Like everyone in the kitchen's trying to get out of there, servers trying to get out of there. You'll see. You might. There's something you might realize is that like if you're the last person in there, they start putting chairs up around you, turn the TVs off. You know what I mean? Like drop the check while you're like eating your entree. That's come on, like get out of there. You know?
yeah. If you're going to be that person that strolls in there 5 minutes before, you chew and screw. You know what I mean? Like you're eating just to eat. You're not enjoying your time and like fucking having a grand old time. In
Yeah.
there.
You know, and like.
Afterwards, go to the bar. The bar's usually open a little bit later.
Yeah, or eat at the bar. You know, there's a lot of options for you people, but now that's
Don't be a scumbag.
yeah. And if you can't tip, don't go for it. Don't go out to eat. You know, if you can't afford to tip, then don't go out to eat.
Yeah, you should be tipping 20%, no matter how bad the service is.
Yeah. I mean, I worked in I would say 20 standard. If
15 if it's really, really
if it's
bad.
egregious, like
Yeah.
like.
She dumps a drink on
here's
your
my
head.
rule, right? I'm like 20 standard. Like if you put like any kind of effort in, probably 25. You know, like if it's like a good server, you know, maybe more. Obviously, if you work in a bar, you hook up the homies. Like the only reason I would tip less than 20% is if it's something, if the service is terrible and it's like something that they can't control. So, for example, like the food's not that great, like it's not the waiter's fault. You know what I mean? Or like they're not like there that much, you know, but you could see like they are running, like the restaurant is jam packed. It's a Saturday night. They have like 12 tables. You know what I mean? Like then I get it. But like if it's a quiet restaurant and the waiter just doesn't give a shit and like fucks up your order and you know what I mean? Just like it's just not. Doesn't care, then like you should. Then that's an excuse. But like if anything out of their control, I'm always 20. You know.
Yeah, you got to be reasonable. They're not the ones back there cooking it. So
No, absolutely not.
A lot of people who don't work in the service industry, like they don't understand that aspect of it.
Yeah, like it's like, bro, I didn't cook your food.
I didn't do shit, bro. I literally brought it out from the kitchen.
Like believe me, it's better for me too when you're happy. I don't want to be dealing with your complaints because you know it's like your one night out a month and your chicken fried steak is not well done enough. You know what I mean?
If you're happy, I'm happy.
Yeah. So
It's like
that's
a marriage.
worst person in the world. Be nice to your service industry people. You know.
Show some respect.
Um.
You sick monkeys.
Yeah. So Bumble Fumble. Are we ready? What do you got, Eddie? You got anything good?
Yeah, I got. We've talked about it before. Trying to get the orgies, back in action.
I'm bringing orgies back.
Yeah. We're bringing orgies back. So I tried to get one started, Jay Woo, in our house, Stratton Oakmont. I think it was our junior year. So my homie Capone lived on the first floor. And I think it was me, Capone, and Mitch. So it was like 3 of us, and it was like 4 of these like equine chicks.
Oh.
Yo, for some reason, we had like an equestrian team at our school, like the horseback riding.
Horse girls are always weird and horny.
Dude, horse girls are weird and super horny, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was, bro. I feel people compare horse girls to car guys, but
Yeah.
I don't know, like,
Is
I
there
mean,
a
as
saying-
far as like being weird, I can get that, but as far as like sexually, like crazy, like I don't know what it is about the horse, man. Maybe it's just like riding on it all day and it kind of like
yeah, what's that?
vibrates
Isn't
the
there like
puss.
like the clit on horse vibration?
There's something like that with the
Isn't
mane.
there like
That's why
a
they always
saying,
grow
like,
out the mane.
Save a cowboy, ride a horse girl or something?
Something like save a boy, ride a cow.
Yeah, no, save a cow, ride a boy.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
So you guys are
So okay, yeah. So it's
Is
we
this
got a good ratio. So we got 3 guys and 4 chicks.
so it's not like Brokeback Mountain.
No, it's unfortunately it's not.
Not but is it Bareback Mountain? Hopefully.
Oh, Bareback Mountain. Yes. We were trying to film that. So we got the guys and the girls all inside the room, close the door. Lights go off. Things start happening.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Left and right. All of a sudden, our friend Mitch, I don't know what happened, but he said basically like the one thing that you like don't say during an orgy with like your friend. And like, so me, Capone, and Mitch, like we're all close to each other, like not close enough where like we're gonna bang each other, but like we're close enough where we feel pretty comfortable, banging near each other and in the same vicinity and stuff like that. But our friend Mitch just decides to just kill the mood completely. So the lights are off at this point, and he just like everyone's like, you can hear people making out and stuff like that. Like it's starting to heat up, and Mitch just goes, "If any of you fags touch my dick, I'm gonna knock you out." And like it almost like I was like, I didn't just hear that. That was fake. That didn't really just happen, did it? Deep sighs just come from like all of us, and the girls are like, "Can someone turn the lights on?" And we're just like, "Oh my god!" Like this dude single-handedly ruined our fucking orgy that was about to happen. It was about to kick off. I swear to fucking god. So someone finds the lights, turns the light on. Everyone is clothed but me. I am completely butt naked in the corner of the room with one girl who's completely clothed, like making out like right next to her. Like everyone's just like, "What the fuck just happened?" And I go, wait, turn the lights back off. What just happened? Like I don't know. I blacked out. What happened? I don't know. How am I naked right now?
Yeah, who did this to me?
Yeah. One of you guys is the culprit. So safe to say, the orgy did not take place that night. Mitch ruined the orgy single-handedly. Never gonna forgive him for it. Possibly the evening and the dinner. And so we just had a little bit of a bumble fumble, and shit happens. We now don't recruit Mitch for the orgies anymore. Yeah, rightfully so. You know what I mean? You can't blame us.
Because you're like, yeah, good thing he said that. I would have definitely touched his cock. Like, no, dude.
Yeah, thank God he stopped me. Just before he said that, I was going over there.
What a hero, yeah.
That's why I was naked, bro.
Yeah, I know. Like, I know what you're saying when you just like, did you just say that? Like, I told the story on here about like, saying to the girl, like, your vagina is weird, like when I was all fucked up. And then as soon as I said it, like things that had been done that could not be undone, like similar to Mitch's comment. Like once that's been out in the ether in the universe,
it's there, bro.
It's over. The move was just over. Yeah, hate to see it. Hate to see a good man go down like that.
So tips for if the mood is spicing up like that, do not ruin it with some douchey ass comment.
Yeah.
And if someone does touch your peen, let's let it out. No, I'm just kidding.
Bumble fumble. This may make me look like a scumbag, but whatever.
I think that you're already in the big enough hole. We're on episode 18, shit.
Yeah. It's all over.
You ain't saving yourself yet.
All right. Let me set the scene. So we asked for the reason I started this is because we asked for some suggestions today, right? And
who gave us a suggestion? It is a wild suggestion, first of all.
Amanda Gambley.
Thank you for the suggestion, though.
Yeah, love you. Love to meet you. If you're listening, let's hang out. She said, why you should cheat as a suggestion, what we should talk about. I had to read that twice because it kind of came out of left field.
That's what I mean, yeah.
I'm usually of the philosophy, like, if you want to fuck a lot of people, just don't date someone. Like, don't make it official,
Or if you're
just
going to have that...
like I told you, PB, just live in ambiguity forever.
Or have that talk where you're like, okay, we're going to be in an open relationship. We're going to fuck other people, but we still love each other somehow. I don't know.
Yeah. So this is our suggestion. So I got thinking. So I've been thinking. It was St. Patrick's Day in college, and we're in a fraternity, as you guys have maybe picked up on, and we've also said it. But so there's frat drama, right? And there was one kid who was like stealing shit from other people in the house.
Drop.
The homies will get that. And it was never like, it's hard to like convict of something when like you're doing it at 5 a.m, you don't have truth, but it was pretty obvious at this point. There was a pill problem that went along with it, and like a lot of writing on the wall, and like a lot of corroborating evidence, albeit circumstantial. We didn't have video proof, but we knew who it was. Anyway, so it's St. Patrick's Day, and I get blackout drunk, as one does. I'm a super senior in grad school, so 5th year, and said Sticky Fingers' girlfriend at the time is really hitting on me all day. And the drunker I get, and I had wanted to get back at this kid somehow. I can be conniving and spiteful if you cross me. I don't like people that steal. I'm just gonna put it out there. So I was trying to get back into my head in like a diplomatic way, and I thought, what better way to have personal satisfaction than to sleep with this kid's girlfriend, because he's been stealing from his people that he calls his brothers. So, and I was also angry for some other reasons, whatever. The night progresses. And I lived in a house that had like I had the third floor was like basically my whole bedroom. And then the houses in Providence, for anyone that's been up there, it's like these like old 3-story houses, and there's like each floor is kind of its own apartment. So there's usually a front and a back entrance, both of which have a staircase that goes like that you have to like unlock the door to get in on the front and the back. So it goes all the way up. And my room had access to both the front and the back staircase. So I had thought that it would be a clever way to do some shady shit if I ever needed to like make an escape or whatnot. So I brought this girl up, and whatever. Shit happens. Success in my mind. And then I hear that someone's looking for their lady. So we pulled the double staircase exit, Someone went out the front, someone went out the back, and it all worked out. Also, the funniest part of that is two of our brothers, who I love both of them dearly, walked in the door, not locked. I mean, they kicked it down. I don't know. Everyone was real drunk on St. Patrick's Day, but they walked in and saw what was going on while like peaking on acid, and we're like, "Is that with that?" And they're like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're probably going to the same thing except visual instead of auditory, where they're like, "Is this really? Are we tripping right now, or is this really going on?"
Never told that story before, except for the people that's witnessed it. But here we are, Bumble Fumble. I don't really.
The confessions of a young Bumble Fumble.
I think it's more morally, I'm more in the right, because.
Well, they're not dating anymore.
Yeah.
And anyone dating in college is a joke relationship, anyways. It's like dating in PB.
No, they were married. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think. I think if you don't want to break up something, but if that's happening, you're not meant to be together.
Yeah, she's looking for an escape. I don't know. That seems
front staircase escape.
Yeah, the back door.
The back door is the one you want to be in, said the Dos Equis guy. Yeah, that is my tell-all.
Tell-all.
But so I'm kind of interested in your opinion, Miss Amanda, why you should cheat, and if you're taking applications. What else do we get? Let's go on through some of our lovely listeners. And if you're taking the time to interact with our posts, we appreciate you.
Love you guys. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. What about Geoff, Mr. Noisemaker?
Jeff Noisemaker. Prank called Newsom's Winery. Oh, that's hysterical. So those of you who are not Californites, our governor's a twat. Obviously, like, forced businesses to close. And then, all these crazy restaurant regulations, and then got caught violating his own rules at the French Laundry, which is a bougie Michelin star place with like more people than he said were allowed for a private party, no masks. And then also his winery, which he owns, was stayed open during the pandemic as well. So Jeff,
scumbag.
Yeah, real shitty move. So, Jeff, that is hilarious. From someone that's in the service industry, I don't really want to, it's not like I'm fucking with him personally. He's not there. So I don't want to ruin some, girl's day or whoever is working there. They don't just, they're just getting a paycheck working through a pandemic in a public, in a bar, restaurant, winery thing. So I'm not going to do that, but that would be hysterical. Like, imagine you call up, they're like, hello, like Newsom's Winery. Like, yeah, I'm looking to schedule a big party. You guys are open, right? Yeah, we're open. Like, yeah, so it's actually like a memorial. They're like, oh, yeah, we could probably do that.
Sorry for your loss.
Yeah, like, yeah, and you'd be like, yeah, it's my uncle. He owned a restaurant for 40 years, put his entire life into it. But
he started becoming the restaurant.
Yeah, it's his sense of identity and how he supported himself and his 8 kids. And but the pandemic, he was forced to close to no fault of his own, and if he received no governmental support, and closed for arbitrary reasons that weren't based on science. But like, you guys know, you guys closed too, right? They're like, well, no, we actually stayed open. Oh wow, you stayed open? Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, so he killed himself because of the regulations. They're like, oh fuck.
Yeah, like, you're kind of yeah, exactly. Like, if Newsom actually was working there, this would kind of work really good. But we kind of feel bad. But yeah, like,
also other people have definitely because it got blown up that they stayed open. Like, they probably took the phones off the hook. How many calls they've got?
Oh, they're getting fucked with left and right for sure. Yeah. But yeah, you're just like, yeah, though he actually killed himself and
went right head first into the deep fryer.
Yeah, we want to just like celebrate him and memorial and
And since you guys have found a way to stay open through all this, I thought, what a great shining light of American ingenuity. You bucked the government regulations and just did it on your own, got all these fines, right? What? You were allowed to stay open. Oh, because you knew someone. Oh, yeah. Funny how that works.
He might have been able to stay alive.
Yeah. So yeah, that would be a funny move, Jeff. I think we could prank call someone on air though. I like the suggestion. Amanda Gambley said stage 5 clinger.
I feel like you know a lot about the stage 5 clingies.
Yeah. I've had a bunch because sometimes I present myself. I get accused of doing boyfriend activities when I'm not a boyfriend by my roommates consistently.
You got to have an outside perspective on what you are doing or your homies are doing, because you got to talk some sense in them sometimes. You don't always see what's going on when you're doing certain things. So when the homies can kind of see it and kind of help you, kind of steer you away from that, because yes, the girl can be just batshit crazy, which is totally a good thing. I mean, not a good thing, but totally
depends.
Yeah, but also if you're giving her signs of saying that you want a little something more than what you're doing.
But if you don't actually say it.
I know, but it's you can't, you're teasing her at that point. So, but the stage 5 clinger, that could be a girl just being batshit crazy and you just hook up with her one time and she rolls over in bed the next morning. She's like, so what are we?
Yeah.
Or it can be okay, maybe Shane's leading her on a little bit. Maybe Shane's bringing her on a date.
Yeah, that's probably fair. I like eating and drinking, so sometimes things get misconstrued.
I think my thing is if you're going to do things sober during the week and you're buying things, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Not necessarily buying her gifts, but you're bringing her out to food, you're bringing her out to go cool places.
So you're saying I have to get blackout midweek and make her pay?
No. I'm saying I think if it's just a weekend hookup drunk thing,
yeah.
I don't think it can be construed as something that could be more serious. But if you start doing things during the week, I think that sober and you're texting her in the week and then you start going on dates per se, I think that's when it can kind of get misconstrued of okay, maybe he wants something a little more.
Yeah, I think that's fair. It's a learning process for all of us. The stage 5 clinger though, you ever have a girl that you hook out with and just won't leave in the morning?
Yeah, it's definitely I think the best way is to hook. Do you like hooking up at their house or your house?
I'm ambiguous.
Okay.
I like their house probably better.
And this is probably why, right? Because you have the ability to just leave whenever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Whereas them, you have to be yeah, I called an Uber. He's outside.
Yeah.
In a white Honda Sonata. You have to go now and wear a mask.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't have a mask? All right. Well, just go.
Here's 10. Please leave. Yeah. I have to give my cat a bath. You don't have a cat. He's really dirty. That's why you haven't seen him.
Yeah. She's like, you have a dog. No. He's a cat, but he's just really dirty. He just looks like a dog right now. I need to take care of him. Get out.
Church. You said how much of a staunch atheist you were. I'm drunk. Okay, I got to repent. Yes.
That wasn't me. That was Patricia. But stage right calling, yeah. What do you do with them? You obviously have to be not aggressive, but you have to be straight to the point. Look, you got to dip. You know what I mean? You got to leave. If it's a drunk hookup night, I got shit I got to do tomorrow. Yeah. Whether it be Heroine Sundays or whatever it is, it ain't involving you because this was just a one-time thing.
The worst is when you're cripplingly hungover and you just want to be in your bed and alone and suffer in silence and they're milling about and not leaving and you're just trying to sleep.
That's when I usually call Fifi in there and I'm just come in here and snuggle.
Yeah.
And then I just kind of snuggle her.
Position her butt that she's right at the girl's face.
You just push. Can you get out of the bed? The dog's trying to come up here. I thought you said you had a cat. I mean the cat. Sorry.
Our buddy Rylus, Chris Riley from Fire Island, Savage, said raw dog and sisters.
Pass. Hard pass.
Yeah. Have you
stepsis though?
Not your sister.
Oh.
No, I think he meant two sisters of not your own sister. He's not that much of a fucked up individual.
Wait, all right. Re-see the thing because
raw dog and sisters, but not your sister. There would be a preposition previous to that if there was your sister. He's talking about you banging multiple sisters.
Oh. Okay.
Where's your head at, dude? You got to stop watching.
You just said raw dog and sisters.
Yeah, others sisters.
I think everyone's gonna think that you're meant raw dog and your own sister.
No. You would say your sister. Raw dog and sisters are a pair of Swedish sisters.
Why would they be Swedish?
'Cause that's an ideal scenario.
might be a Fire Island thing then, because
You don't want to bang two sisters like a hot older.
no, 100%.
Then what's the problem here?
Because the way he said it, he said raw dog and sisters.
Yes, like sisters, not like two sisters, not like your relatives. I don't understand why your head goes directly to that. You got to stop watching so much like weird porn, Eddie.
No, I don't think. I think everyone can agree that the question's misconstrued.
I think you're
100%.
I think you're absolutely underestimating everyone's logical approach. That was
First of all, I think it's very hard to bang sisters. Like, and obviously, yeah, you're gonna want to raw dog them. I think it's a terrible question, Chris Riley. Terrible question.
It's a great question because there's some Fire Island experience, but like it's a lot of families vacationing, so there's been some sisters.
So I mean, it's got to be a Fire
illustrious.
Island
I think I could think of 3 pairs of sisters that me and Riley have both slept with.
I think it'd be ideal. Yeah, for sure. Like, I don't think anyone's gonna say no.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think anyone's gonna be like, "Oh no, it's all right." I think one's enough.
I think
I'm full.
It's a suggestion. We're talking about it. It's not like would you do it. It's like what would you want to talk about?
I think I'm full. I don't think I can handle another one right now.
All right.
Definitely a yes. I think a thumbs up. I think everyone would say thumbs up.
Mike Majaro 27 said the viscosity of cum. Mike, if you need a therapist, I know a couple numbers I can give you. Don't jump off the ledge. Everything's gonna be okay. No. I don't think it's a particularly enjoyable viscosity for anybody.
This is a crazy question.
Just ask your sister.
Yeah, both of them.
Well, what do you think our listener base is, Ed? I mean, come on, look at us.
No, I tell my sisters not to. I tell my family not to listen to the podcast. Like, I love them, but just don't listen. They're like, I want to support you. I'm like, they'll buy a T-shirt then. Don't listen.
Yeah. You won't support me after you.
Yeah.
The pillow video today was inspired by my mother. Bless her. She's a great woman. But
that's another one. You gotta watch that. We did a white moms be like.
Yeah.
I hope you got a little chuckle out of it.
You know those white moms love home goods and the decorative pillows.
Mm-hmm.
You ever have like that couch where you aren't like allowed to sit on some of the pillows?
I don't, but I know what you mean because I've seen like it in.
That's
like,
my good couch.
Yeah.
Don't sit on that pillow. And first of all, and a lot of these pillows are ridiculous. Like it's just like they're all like sequins and like hard. Like I don't want to sit on this thing.
Pillows,
I don't want to sit on this anything. Like
I don't want to cuddle with this thing. Like
no.
it's almost like it's just like a display thing. It's just like this is just so like the guests can see that we have a nice house and no one lives here.
Yeah, I have like a million giant pillows like from Costco that have like weirdly shaped penis-sized holes in a couple ideal locations. No, I'm just kidding. But like you need like a fat body pillow. You want a spoon. Everything's comfort.
Yeah.
That's the difference between men and women. I think a lot of times we're like function over like form a lot of times.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna get some backlash. No, man, I'm equal to women. But it's just like no, it's like how you would think about a certain situation. Like if you went to a store and you're just like your girlfriend or your wife or whatever is just like, we need 50 pillows, and you're just like, but we don't. We just need like a good ones for ourselves to just put our head on. I admit they look nice, but like, if you're down to your last like $50 for the week. And you're thinking about buying pillows, like, what are you doing?
If you're spending more than 60 seconds a day moving pillows out of the way and then putting them back into place at another time, that's time in your life that's wasted that you're never going to get back. The clock is ticking.
But I will say, I feel like girls who have a lot of pillows are kind of like wifey material. It's kind of like the plants in the shower.
I know.
Like
I'm still sad about that one.
I know. Like, yes, he is.
If you're listening.
No. Thank you for our trademark, though. Men are trash.
Yeah.
If you're listening.
You're definitely not listening.
Yeah, no, definitely not. But a lot of pillows. I think it looks good, but is it practical? No, not by any means. No, but it just looks cool.
So yeah, that's our answer on the viscosity of cum, Mike. Again, don't jump.
We went from viscosity of cum to home good pillows.
I mean, they're kind of things that this.
Yeah, what are you gonna put the cum on, right?
Yeah,
that's why you got 50 of them. We don't cum on pillows, if anyone was asking.
Like I'm never sitting on you guys' couch again.
Yeah.
I mean, it is the Nut Hut at Club Cum. I mean, that's the name of our house. What do you expect?
Exactly. It's like going into Frying Nemo and like getting pissed off because you're eating Nemo.
Yeah. Any other suggestions in there that you like? We have some good. I mean, that was good. I think we kind of got it covered.
What did we get for the people about the Costco food? So we did a little Costco trip, and if anyone's ever been to Costco and got their food court, what do we think? Are we going trash or are we going like flames? You know what I mean?
It's not even debatable. I mean, we made it a debate, but like it was 93% fire, 7% trash. I'd like to see who the 7%.
Yeah.
it probably aren't people.
How many pills do they
They're
have on
probably
their
too.
bed?
They're probably too broke to afford a Costco Gold membership. Fucking peasant ass bitches. No, come
Good.
on.
Yay.
Come on, $1.50 fucking jumbo hot glizzy with a drink.
The drink itself anywhere else is $1.50, so you're basically just getting a free wiener.
Fat pizza for $1.99.
You had a
$10 for a
whole-
pie. The chicken bake, I will give you this. The chicken bake was amazing growing up. They did change the recipe, and it's not the same.
I can't do it because of the
Gluten.
It would fuck me up. Gluten and the cheese. That shit would fuck me up. Dog.
Yeah, true. There was actually a story about the CEO of Costco. How if you're not a big business guy, most CEOs have a moderate amount of control of the company, but there is a board of directors who oversees them and can make suggestions, and then the board of directors hire the CEO. So when the CEO is not performing, they have the power to fire him. So they do have some influence, is what I'm saying. So the board of directors of Costco was down with the CEO, and they were trying talk about cutting costs and whatnot, and they wanted to raise the price of the hot dog, which is $1.50 with the drink. And debate about it, and it's been the same price, $1.50 for 25 years. And then finally, the CEO of Costco, I don't know his name off the top of my head, just slammed his fist down on the table. He goes, "We're not changing the price of the fucking hot dog. Next subject," and moved on. And then the Costco hot dog has never been raised. He just wants to keep it. So shout out CEO of Costco. We appreciate you.
Yeah, we appreciate you making affordable glizzies that we can all munch on and enjoy.
Next time I get pulled over, I'm gonna hand the Costco Gold member to cop. Be I'm a Gold member.
I love gold.
Yeah. So that's.
I think the 7%. Have you tried it? Because what are you hating on about it? It's cheap. It's decent.
Yeah, the 7%, or now it's at 5%.
Okay, it's evening out. The curve's balancing out.
The 5%. I want to check your closet and backyard for bodies. That's
I want to check your receipt at KFC, Taco Bell, and McDonald's.
Nice. Current events. What's going on in the world, Eddie? So one thing that I saw that kind of irked me a little bit was that a bunch of Gen Z kids, I don't even know what that means. I know I'm a millennial based on my age. I think 89 is the cutoff for millennials I want to say.
Isn't it every 10 years?
No, it's a weird thing. It's 89 starts a millennial, and then it ends. I don't know when it ends, but there is a Gen Z is a certain generation, is a generation after us, and they were trying to cancel Eminem because his lyrics.
The rapper?
Yeah, there was a movement to cancel Eminem because of his old lyrics. Go.
That's where I draw the line.
I know. I'll fight all of you.
He's probably one of my top 3 favorite. He's definitely my favorite white rapper of all time.
Yeah.
And he's definitely one of my top
you can't cancel
3
Eminem,
rappers.
you idiot. First of all, yeah, it's ridiculous. He says fucked up shit. Who cares? That's Eminem.
But he's never it's just like comedy. They'll say things,
Yeah.
but unless they're actually
It's
physically acting
Yeah.
on it, that's just what Eminem does. And now Eminem's an activist.
How
though.
dare you?
You know what I
How
mean?
dare you try to cancel Eminem?
Yeah. Fuck you,
Yeah.
lefties. Goddamn blue-haired lefties. I don't think we're canceling too many things. I think right now it's like a search. It's like a competition. Who can find the next thing to cancel?
Yeah, all right, Dr. Seuss got canceled, right? I literally in Ocean Beach in San Diego, which is kind of hippie news. On Craigslist, there was an ad. It was posted on official PB too. He brought it to everyone's attention. Shout out Donnie, our guest last week. Appreciate you coming on. And it was organizing a book burning of Dr. Seuss books. When and a lot of people were doing this, we got to burn them, it's racist somehow. I didn't even read into it.
Yeah, it's over my head.
Yeah.
All these childhood things
What Dr. Seuss
yeah, I can't read
the reading
that
level?
thing.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying a little kid's gonna watch this stuff, or they're gonna listen to this stuff, or they're gonna read this stuff, and they're not gonna pick up on any of what's going on. You're looking Pepe Le Pew, you're looking at him as a skunk. You're not looking at him as oh, I want to grow up to be a rapist, like a skunk. What is the meaning of what they're trying to do?
Yeah.
They're ridiculous.
The one I don't know. The one thing I remember from Dr. Dr. Seuss, the one line that sticks out to me is I got a brain in my head, I got feet in my shoes, I can take myself anywhere that I choose. That it's good messages for kids, you fucking twat. And when has anyone in history that's been burning books been on the right side of things, you moron? You know what I mean? Go. The books are something you can Google anything in the world. You want to find anything on the internet. Everyone has access to that. You think his books are and all of a sudden, it's a couple people it's these small writers that small these online publications try to get some Twitter clout and get the mob behind them, and then start it you're a moron.
I think we gotta stop canceling things.
And then people just change, and then like you have to be politically correct because like you're trying to advance yourself in either entertainment or politics, which are two like of the most publicized like thought mediums. Because and so then everyone changes their tune, like the vice president saying stuff like she was like literally reading Dr. Seuss and celebrating him like 3 years ago. You know what I mean? But then everyone just
But
flipped.
now it's like, ew, Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, it's like
Everyone's just jumping on the bandwagon, man. It happens. It's
Yeah.
sad. Unfortunately, shit's getting canceled. That kids
Mr.
aren't gonna
Potato
be
Head's
able
a
to,
lesbian or something now. I keep missing it.
Dude, it's unfair. Like, we had a great childhood growing up. Like, we didn't all grow up to be like racist fucking maniacs. Like, you know what I mean? Like, some of us are, but like,
Yeah, definitely. But it's like
it's not fair. I don't know. I think people should just stop canceling shit and just fucking like learn from it and then just like go on. You know what I mean? I feel like, honestly, like, we're obviously trying to get a presence on our social media thing, and like trying to be famous one day would be like lovely. You know what I mean? Trying to make this our full-time thing, but I'm scared that I'm gonna get canceled as soon as I get like more than 100 followers.
Yeah, I know. It's just because you can't like you got to live your life like with if you think you have a good moral compass, like follow that. Say whatever you want to in pursuit of comedy or art. As long as there's not malicious intent in your heart, I think it's fine. And let a diversity of ideas and whatnot be present, and stop canceling stuff because it's just then you just try to control the narrative to think what you want to think. Like let people make their own decisions.
But it's scary what's gonna happen to comedy in the next 20 years. Like Dave Chappelle said, he's like, comedy's gonna be over in 20 years. It's not gonna be a thing. You're not gonna be allowed to do it.
I think you will be.
You're gonna have to make ways around it, like the Patreon thing. But like, it's not gonna be like Netflix specials on. I
don't know. I think I have a little more.
It's gonna be.
I have a little
changed.
more faith that.
It's going to be way more cleaner, and it's going to be way more, like, different. It's not going to be, like, the raunchy, like, Bill Burr's and, like...
I don't know.
Like,
I disagree. I think because as, like, time progresses, there's more independent mediums where you can get content out, maybe while there's a lot of big sources like Netflix and such, I think the way that things are already going is that people are able to, like, get information to the public in a lot of different sources. And if you could still do that, then I think people are... gonna there's a certain amount they're gonna be rational and interested in just letting the art of comedy express itself, and people will find their way to do it.
I mean, I disagree as far as like publicly, but if for
Yeah.
private accounts that you have to pay for, I think it's gonna be that. I don't think it's gonna be as readily accessible as far as
Really?
yeah. I don't think like people are gonna start getting canceled left and right. Like I said, I think it's a competition of who can get canceled more. Like who's like finding like the next thing to get canceled and make a whole big scene about it. Like.
Yeah. Well, I guess one can, agree to disagree. We'll see, hopefully.
I hope not. Like,
Yeah.
I pray to God not. Like, I'm trying to get it. We're trying to get into comedy.
I
Like,
know.
I don't want to try to get into something that's going to start being, like, too many rules and restrictions and getting canceled. That would suck.
Yeah. Also, I think since have we talked about, we didn't talk about the last time, since we've been on last. We went and saw some live comedy.
Oh, hell yeah. Shout out Mall Hall.
Mall Hall.
Comedy store in La Jolla opened
Yes,
up.
we saw a show at La Jolla in the alley, but they did a good job. They distanced it, made it work. And we saw DJ Demers. And Mall Hall is a San Diego-based comedian, headlined it. And he was fucking hysterical.
He
like
killed it.
He had the
he's
crowd.
a clean comedian,
He's a clean
too.
comedian, too. And like said things like, it was, a comedian's good when it's like, it's smart, like observations that like everyone can resonate with, and he just had the crowd going for like an hour, and like really it was good. It was awesome. We were dying.
He was a good crowd. We got roasted a little. I wanted to sit in the front row so we could all get roasted because we showed up 4 dudes deep, and I think it was JD. JD was like, I don't want to go in the front row. Like, let's just go in the back one more. And then we ended up sitting right behind these freaking hecklers, these like British chicks that wouldn't shut the hell up, way too drunk, so
like,
obnoxious.
Honey should have had one less bottle of Chardonnay. Like
The server came over to her and was like,
Stop.
You have to stop talking. It's a comedy show. Like, you're not
the show.
Yeah, literally. Like, he told her straight up. It was awesome, but she still didn't get it.
Yeah.
But then he roasted us for one thing. He was just like, said something about like all dudes just like going out to a comedy
He's like,
club.
yeah, these guys got 4 dudes, which is like already too many.
Yeah. But like at that point, like you just take it. You laugh. Like you're not gonna like say anything back to him. Like it was awesome. But he was the man because we actually messaged him. We like commented on his post about his show, and we were like saying some of the stuff like in it and stuff like that. And he was liking it and like responded back and stuff like that. So it was dope.
Yeah, the one drunk girl in front of us, like he asked like people like making bread during the pandemic, and she's like, "What's like?" She's making burger buns.
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
European.
Yeah, because he was asking, he was like, I know like a lot of people like started picking up like baking and stuff like that. Like, what was some like cool like hard things that like you baked? And someone was just like, I made banana bread, and he's like, that's not hard. And then someone was like, I made sourdough, which I don't know the process of sourdough, but allegedly it takes a long time.
It's like the boss level of bread. You know.
So
what
it's not easy. And then this girl
It's
just
like
yells,
doing the McTwist over the helicopter in Tony Hawk's Underground 1.
oh shit, blindfolded. So then the little drunk friggin' British heckler just goes, hamburger buns, and he goes, what? And she goes, hamburger buns, and she goes, she's from British, or what did she say? She was like from like,
She's like from European.
yeah, she said something like along the lines of like she's from like the UK or something like that, and he goes, what does that mean? Like they have hamburger buns over there.
Yeah.
But it was just super funny.
But yeah, I thought of that because, if everyone's sitting home, getting a little stir crazy, things opening back up, go to a comedy show. It's always I've go to we go a lot decent amount like when applicable previous to this, and it's always a good night.
Dude, it was $20 a person. We just had to get one
Couple
drink or
drinks,
one
yeah.
food each, and the food and drinks were bomb. And you just literally paid to laugh your ass off for 2 hours. Like I can't think of a better like stress relieving thing, like a better entertainment.
I'm smiling just thinking about it. It was a great night. It's fun.
It's so dope.
Burn one down in the car on the way over there. We had some old fashions. Got a good little buzz going. Fucking chuckle your ass off for 2 hours, and that's a good night. Yeah, so that was
What
good.
do we got coming up this weekend?
We're going tomorrow
This week?
in PB. It's sold out, but there's a backyard comedy like by the place by Mavericks in PB. I don't know who's playing, but I was like, I just saw there was some more live comedy. I'm like, sign me the fuck up. Let's go.
Let's fucking do it, man.
All
All right,
word.
but anyways, let's go to the worst person in the world.
We did that already.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh, no. We had to do the kook tip. Sorry, kook tip, not worst person in the world. We've been on our dating apps, right? Bumble, Hinge, unfortunately I'm kicked off of.
Grindr,
Tinder,
but-
Grindr, yeah, Craigslist. They're all pretty good. I've noticed a trend in so usually when we shit on people for being kooks, most of the time they're guys, but girls can equal, it's 2021.
Yeah.
Equality. Girls are kooks too.
Yeah.
And I've seen a lot of girls' profile pictures of them with dry hair in a wetsuit holding a wave storm like in front of like a beach that clearly is like not even being able to be surfed at that point.
Yeah. So if anyone's living not a surfer, a wave storm is your go-to foam surfboard. $99 at Costco if you can find it. It's that one right there. It's how we learned how to surf. It's just like, and
It's not bad.
it's good. And like there's some in the summer in San Diego. It's like there's not the waves aren't huge. It's good for small days. Still, you can have a little fun on it. So, but like generally speaking, if you're rocking a wave storm, you're not Kelly Slater. You know what I mean? It's kind of like if you're wearing a wave storm, or riding a wave storm.
You're wearing a wave
Well,
storm.
usually you're wearing it too because you're eating shit and the thing's on top of you and you're like dragging the leash. You know what I mean?
God, and you're trying to carry that thing and the fucking wind is blowing at you. The thing
Yeah.
is, it's a thick boy,
Thick
dude,
boy.
and it's heavy too, and it's long. It's like 8 feet.
I wanted to get good enough. And surfers will know this. One of my motivation to get better at surfing was to get like the next board up, like a real board, was just so I could stop fucking carrying this
Exactly,
thing.
dude. Literally, same exact thing. I was just like, I just can't wait to get like a real like hard top, just so I could just don't fucking carry.
Not
this
even
thing
to
and bring
look
it
cool.
around.
I just wanted to not carry.
Yeah.
That's fucking it.
But yeah, I don't know, dude. I feel like girls, the ones who are posting it, I feel like first of all, didn't even go surf after, didn't check the surf report, didn't check the water and like that. Like they're just going. And I get it. You got to start off somewhere, but like if you're gonna start off, don't make it your profile picture and say that you surf. And definitely don't get a tattoo of a surfboard on your arm if you don't surf either. But it happens. But just
It was a
girls,
wedding
I don't
gift.
know. I appreciate the effort. I think if you're jumping on a surfboard, you're jumping on a skateboard, you're jumping on a snowboard, to me, you're 10 times hotter.
Yeah.
So I appreciate the hustle. I appreciate you trying to get into that kind of shit because I like that shit, and I want like a ride or die rad chick that can do that shit with me.
You think they're hot because like they're vulnerable in the water, right?
No, I just think they're hot because they're badass and they're fucking, they're not afraid to break a nail, boy. I don't know.
I like girls without nails for specific reasons.
With a nice back scratch when they got the nails though, that's bomb.
Yeah, I was talking about a little prostate stimulation. But
Oh yeah, careful on that thing. They have toys for that.
Yeah, you could just leave your right pointer finger no nail. That'd be great.
Yeah. It's like the opposite of
You
a
have
coke nail. Yeah. You just don't have a.
I want the thing
mixing-
sanded, like roughed out.
Just go to you just go to get like a a manicure or whatever the hand is, pedicure
Yeah.
or whatever, and you're just like just the right index finger. She's like, oh, for a boyfriend? Yeah, you know.
Short nail, happy boy.
Yeah. Love it.
Yeah, so I know. Yeah, like when I went surfing for the first time in my kook wave storm, I wasn't taking a picture of it.
Definitely not. Definitely did not take a picture of it.
Yeah. So pro tip out there, you're on vacation in Hawaii, and you get a surf lesson in Costa Rica with the fam. You want to take a picture after commemorate the vacation. That's great. Don't take it like literally next to the pier in PB, where I know you ain't paddling out right there with your fucking 9-foot wave storm when it's like, because it's a bitch to get out right there.
Oh yeah.
So we're on to you. Also, charcuterie boards are not a personality trait, but moving on.
Men are trash. I think it's that time.
Positivity.
It's that time to start spacking up.
This has been a well-winding conversation, as per usual.
Appreciate the suggestions. We want to get the fan base more involved in our discussions.
We're growing, so we want to hear, keep everyone involved. So yeah, let us know what you want to hear about. We're gonna keep getting guests on. We have another one coming on next week. Definitely gonna be pretty X-rated based on her profession, but you'll find out. And then hopefully, get some comedians on. Maul, if you're listening.
Maul, please. We love you, dog. We'll get some pizza with extra basil for you, dog.
Yeah, so positivity this week. This is your quote, right?
Yeah, so
you didn't write it, but
I saw this on TikTok, actually.
Dude, I've seen some shit on TikTok.
TikTok is good for many reasons other than TikTok is bad because there's people like Patrick Mahomes' little brother.
Yeah.
And that Charlie girl who just dances and has 80 million followers and somehow gets like coffee made after her at Dunkin' Donuts, who has absolutely no fucking talent at all. She's killing it, but you're ruining TikTok in my eyes if you're just dancing and lip syncing to songs. Like, that's not talent. But
yeah,
I do think that TikTok has some good benefits of it, based on what you're trying to go. Like, there's great things to look at for food. There's great things to look at for traveling and stuff like that.
I'm in on it now. I was so anti-TikTok. I didn't download the app until like 2-3 months ago, and now you find just the great shit.
Addicting.
Yeah, it's so addicting.
Dude, if you're high in bed and you open that app, I've never done
SpongeBob voice.
Yeah.
4 hours later.
Exactly. I've never done heroin. I will someday. Like, that's definitely on my bucket list, but I think I'm gonna wait till I'm like 70. Because my thing is, like, I'll try any drug twice. So obviously, it looks good. It feels good. Like, people are addicted to it. And every movie that anyone's ever done it looks so bomb. But I'm gonna wait for it. But I imagine it's very similar to looking at your phone high in bed at night. Trying not to open up TikTok is the same thing as like trying to not get that needle in your arm, dude. You're like chasing the dragon when you watch that TikTok.
You're like, oh, come on. It's like that one hysterical video that just like does it, you all been scrolling and you get the fucking guy telling you to go to sleep. You know what I'm talking about? It's like TikTok tips, like put your phone down,
It's like just like how Netflix is like, are you still watching? Like, bitch, who are you judging me? Yes, I'm still watching.
No, I'm balls deep with my stepsister, Netflix.
So I got a tattoo the other day, and Netflix was on, Trailer Park Boys. And it was a weird spot. It's in the back of my elbow. So I'm like, I know it's going to suck. And I was pumped because he got a new, he was at Bay Ink, but now he's at Cutthroat. So it's a new studio. And the other one didn't have a TV. So now this is all new. This is new to me, this TV. As soon as he starts breaking my elbow, it just goes to Netflix. It's just like, are you still watching? And I'm like, oh, do I interrupt him right now, like, and tell him to, like, press play on the fucking thing, or I just suck it up?
Yeah.
I just sucked it up. It kind of sucks. But anyways, okay, so TikTok. So I scroll past this thing that popped up, and it was like a positive message of saying, like, you should have 5 hobbies in life. And I don't mean 5 hobbies as, like, you should collect cars, you should do archery, you should, like, make your own beer. Like, not that kind of hobby, but, like, more
well, this could be hobbies.
Yeah, but,
well,
like,
what was the quote?
This is more, like, categorized. So they said the 5 hobbies you should have is 1 that makes you money, 1 that keeps you healthy, 2 that keeps you healthy, 3 keeps you creative, number 4 builds your knowledge, and number 5 evolves your mindset. I'll say it again for you guys. So the 5 hobbies are 1 that makes you money. The second one is that keeps you healthy. The third one is keeps you creative. 4th one is builds your knowledge. And the 5th one is evolves your mindset. Which I think, like, when I heard that, I started to think, I was like, okay, what is it that I do? And I have one in every single category. I have multiple ones in every single category. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that makes me happy, but I think that definitely contributes to it, like filling in those boxes.
Yeah, for sure. It doesn't have to be, when you say like evolve your mindset, like, it doesn't have to be like you're, studying psychology. You know what I mean? Like, for example, for me in that capacity is like things involved in the ocean, whether it be like surfing or free diving or scuba diving, like that. To me, that's always a mindset enhancer because I just feel really grateful to be like in life and just like, really doing something that like has a calming effect and just like I just am like appreciative of like the, how magical life is. Like it's always a reminder, you know what I mean? And so that's what that one can mean. Yeah, and I think maybe, and you can like kind of tweak that to, how like to kind of suited to like what you love, and like, but I think the genesis of it really is like are you doing, like, ask yourself this question, right? Like, how many hobbies do you really have? Like, what are you doing in your life on a weekly basis that like brings you joy and is unique to you, because I think a lot of times we kind of get caught up in life, obviously, and especially if you're partnered, it comes about like the group versus like it's okay to be selfish and like do things that make you happy. And same thing also if you're living with a friend group, maybe some of our younger listeners are in college and they're just like in Greek life, or they're just like with their friends of their life and they're just doing what the group's doing. Or you have a friend group and like you're just kind of the guy that goes along with the group. But like that can take up a lot of your time. And then at the end of the week, like if you haven't done any particular activity that you really just wanted to do and you're just like being happy, being socially active, being with people, but not focusing on yourself, that's not really great either.
I think like for me, they say, oh, college, like, you go explore, like try new classes, like go try new things. And like, dude, for me, college was like that, bro. Like it was like a blink of an eye because I was going to class full time. I was working full time. I was getting an internship. I was trying to have a social life. I was an alcoholic. Like I was a drug addict. Like I was all these things. And like, it was just like, I really had like no time to like really settle down, and, like figure out what was up. So that's why I was just like, oh shit. Like my after college days are going to be the ones where I'm like finding out like what it is, like what are these things in life that like really make me happy, and it evolve your mindset. And like for me, I found out like traveling was definitely a huge one, like getting out of the country. And like I've done it like a little bit as like a little wee lad, but like for the most part I was just like partying. And then I started going on like week-long trips and realizing like, oh shit, like I'm learning about new cultures, like I'm seeing new people, I'm meeting new people, I'm like getting these whole new like refreshing like ideas of life. And like what, like when you think, I don't know, I feel like if you're just like back home, like and you're around the same people all the time, you kind of like have the same thoughts as the people that you're around. But when you're sharing ideas with people from all over the world of different cultures and stuff like that, like you're really like, I don't know, like you're expanding what like your capabilities are. Like I didn't know that there was like programs where you could like travel across the world and just like basically stay at people's houses and just work on their farms. Like you could work on a winery in Spain and just live at their house for free and just like work. Like I didn't like, obviously like I didn't do that kind of shit, but it was like I would never have known that if I didn't like go around the world and meet people who do that kind of shit. Like that's a rad life for like a few years.
Yeah. There's a lot of that stuff out there. And yeah, traveling is, I think that's a kind of bond we share, is that as far as that like elevates your mindset and it gives you knowledge. It's like if that traveling is a hobby that can knock out two of those,
I think it knocks out all of them except for making money, but that's what eventually we're trying to get out of that.
Yeah,
is being able to make money. Like the making money one, that's a very easy one. It's like what you do for a job. And
well, is that a hobby though? If it's a hobby, it's like a creative project or something on the side that's making you money, which is the harder one to knock off, but if you can turn something you like, the answer is different for everyone, but if there's something that you like doing that you could somehow turn into a potential profit, generating mechanism, like why not? Like if you're going to do it well. Like for this kind of started for us as kind of more of a creative outlet, it's good to discuss things like this. I find that it helps me personally, like having this outlet and trying to write comedy and do skits and stuff is fun. We enjoy making these stupid videos and trying to come up with like skits and funny content because it gets the brain going, and it's like, and who doesn't like laughing? Like we like comedy. But obviously like if you're going to do something, so why not? We're trying to, make some money off this and turn it into a business. Like why not? If you're like in doing anything and spending the time to do it, why not try to be great at it and try to maximize it, right?
Monetize it. That way this can be like our full-time gig. Because right now we're we're working jobs. Like people ask like all the time, like, oh, what do you do? And I'm just like, all right, well, I make money right now. Like that's my focus. So like I can start getting into like a hobby that I enjoy doing that I can eventually make money off it.
Yeah.
We can't just quit our jobs right now and just do this full time. I
No.
wish we could.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we got bills to pay.
Yeah. But
I don't have a sugar daddy yet. Applications are open.
mm-hmm.
Find me on
Staying
LinkedIn.
positive,
and-
testing negative at gmail.com.
Yeah. We're the 2-for-1 combo, so
Yeah.
you can support us both financially. But no, I think you start mixing up especially your daily routines, and like you said, like there's 5 different versions of like what you can be doing to like figure out ways to be a little bit happier in your life. Thank you, TikTok.
Yeah, no, it's good. And if you're listening and don't really have any hobbies, like it's don't be afraid to try shit you don't know if you're gonna like or not, because
Especially butt plugs.
We're playing butt plug darts this weekend if anyone wants to come.
Dude, do you remember at Jay Woo? I know this is the positive part, but I got a funny story.
Does this involve ring toss?
It revolves ring toss. So we got the first like few pledge classes that we had like after we like told them like they're gonna like cross or like we told
Bid night
them,
is the term.
the bid night, yeah. We got these strippers that would come to our house in Providence.
Shout out Shamrock Entertainment. I had that bottle opener in my keychain for like 10 years.
Shamrock was a good one because we had one that these girls were like 23 years old that came from New Hampshire. That Mitch actually knew one of them, dude. And they didn't do that much shit because they were like, I don't know, they were a little older and they were fun. Don't get me wrong, but they were like charging like a bunch of money for dude like crazy shit. And then we had these people from Shamrock Entertainment, dude. And anyone who's got strippers probably got Shamrock Entertainment. This crusty old Irish dude just like comes in the door with
Strapped.
this with his fucking like one of those like those Irish sweaters and like a scully cap. Fucking, I think he probably had like a cigar in his mouth or whatever. And he's not like a big guy, but like I probably still wouldn't fight him. Comes in strapped, and then this huge thick black girl comes in, dude. And there was like this huge like thick like Latina chick that comes in, and I was just like
loving life.
Yeah, I was like, there's no rules with these ones, dude. The things that the other girls wouldn't do, so the things that the girls that we wanted them to do was like $600. These girls from Providence did it for free, dude. Which one of them was they took like a double-sided dildo in each other's butts, and then one of them took like this like probe like anal thing and just shoved it in her ass and just this is very vulgar, I'm sorry, like faced us and then gave us rings, and we all played ring toss with her butthole.
Imagine there's like the ring toss stick hanging out the back like a butt plug with
and she's sitting there like on the couch, and you're like about 5 feet away, and you're like at a carnival and you're playing ring toss. I went 3 for 3, bro. I got a free lap. All I got was a free lap dance.
Oh, you got to lick it or anything?
Yeah, something like that. I think I did something very ridiculous to a stripper or something.
And then
like that.
our one friend had the nickname Don Rhino for the duration of college.
How do you get that nickname?
So there was you ever see like a headlamp, you're going hiking or a coal mine? Well, it was that kind of setup, but with a dildo strapped to the forehead, and he was given carte blanche to just, use those neck muscles and go to town. And he went to town. I would say probably steroid-aided, not like, you know what I mean? Bless him, that girl was in for a ride, and the rest of college, he was known as Don Rhino because of the horn protruding from the center of the head.
It's a savage nickname, bro. Can we say his name? Shout out Don Rhino.
Shout out Don Rhino.
We love you, dude.
Yeah, no names. For
everyone's safety.
So yeah, get some hobbies. Do what makes you happy, and don't be afraid to try new stuff. You never know what you're gonna like. Free diving is like one of my favorite things in the world now, and I definitely had to like try it to know like no one's just good at free diving. You have to work at it. Like same thing, surfing is not easy in any capacity. Like the process, like it's not, you have to get a board, lug it down there, put the wetsuit on, like go, like paddle out, effort. Like you suck in the beginning, but like it's all the hard work is worth it because it's like it makes it more enjoyable when you do succeed. And so like you got to try
out there, and the keep you healthy one. Dude,
go to the
dude. Just eat like if you eat kind of healthy, like not even like you don't have to have a strict diet. Like you can just like not eat fast food every single day, and just go out and move a little bit and get active and like actually work out, take some vitamins. I hate how like people are like they realize that they're obese and they're not gonna live long, right? And then the whole corona thing, like the biggest like the contributing factor of people
Comorbidity
dying.
Comorbidity was.
I don't know what that word is, but I know what it means because it
means
makes sense. I know, but I've never heard the word, but it sounds good.
That's
Shane's
why
got
I'm
really
here.
big words. That's why I said my boy's wicked fucking
It's
spot.
not the only that's
on the
really
podcast.
big.
Hey, was obesity, and people were like, "I'm not gonna go outside. I'm afraid of the virus." Like, and I'm like, you have made to the point of like you know now, like there's viruses, like you're gonna die if you're obese. Like I don't understand how people are still in their minds like, oh, I don't know, I'm not obese, I'm not like depressed or whatever else comes with it, so I can't speak on it that much. But like
it's hard to make the first step. But
I don't know how people are just, and they're like young. People are young and obese, dude. Like I
know.
don't get it. I don't know, but just stay healthy, man.
Yeah, I mean. A lot of people don't have their lives together, and it's definitely a sign of that, you know.
Well, one thing that like stuck with me, I don't know if I said this in the podcast yet, the whole Kevin Hart thing when he got in a car accident.
Yeah.
Did I say this in the podcast?
I don't remember.
I'll reiterate it. So he went on Joe Rogan's podcast like right after the whole I guess after he was better from the car crash. So he got in a car crash, if people don't know, and like he was
pretty fucked up one.
Really, really fucked up. And he said in the podcast, he was just like, the doctor said, like, if I wasn't in shape, if I wasn't healthy, like, if I wasn't fit, I would never have ever been able to either would have died or I would never been able to walk again. Mm-hmm. And he bounced through his, like, physical therapy and all of his, like, you know, like, post, like, whatever needs to be done after surgery type of things. And, like, he was, like, back, like, way quicker than ever. And he attributes it to, like, being healthy and being fit. And it's just like, dude, like, if he wasn't, he wouldn't be alive anymore. Kevin Hart, I'm glad he's still alive. That dude is so fucking funny.
Look,
you're gonna live longer.
Yeah, life. Look, it's not. No one's saying it's easy to go to the gym and work. It's not an easy thing to do. No one's saying that, but it's known that it's what you need to do in life. You know, and I like everyone has different circumstances, and like you gotta be. You know, you want to be sympathetic to everyone's. You know, what life is hard for everyone. People deal with different shit, but at the end of the day, like you gotta call a spade a spade. Like a spade. In life, you need to take care of yourself physically. And if you don't, you're at a disadvantage in like every capacity. So just do it. You got to figure out a way to do it. And no one's going to do it for you. That's just life. You're responsible for your own life and who you are. I mean, it's a fact. It's cruel, but we're animals that evolve. So like it is what it is, you know?
I know. I could definitely tell, dude, my hangovers are way worse than they were back in college, dude. Like, I can't do, like, the 5 days a week anymore thing.
I know, man. I know. I drank some shitty wine on Monday night, and your boy was hurting yesterday. But lesson learned. Only the good stuff. So buy some merch so I can stop drinking $2 Trader Joe's wine. Actually, it wasn't even the TJ's. $2 Chuck's pretty good. But what I had was not good.
Some gas station booze?
No, it was a Robert Mondavi, but it was just like a bad one. I think it's sulfites for days and are wine drinkers. Maybe if you start doing some wine reviews, that's another
fried chicken and wine, boy.
Dude, I like it.
We need to have a country song. Fried chicken and wine.
What did we learn today, Eddie, on this podcast? If anyone's still listening at the end, we learned
a lot.
That vengeance can be taken in many ways. We learned that
in many holes.
You know what not to say during an orgy or an attempted one. We learned that Mike may need to talk to somebody. We learned that Mall Hall is hysterical, and if you're in San Diego, you should see him live. And we learned that life, you need some hobbies, and no excuses, go to the gym. And on that note, we'll see you next week. I'm looking forward to it.
Sayonara.
Nothing but love, people. Be well.
Woo. Bang.
Take the time, have some fun. Go outside, make love in the sun. Boys Club.
Boys Club.
Oh, now, yeah.
Boys Club.
Oh, now, I'm talking about Boys Club.
Boys Club.